Sitting here by my dryer. It is about 9:40 on a Sunday morning. Let's call this Chronicles of Trying to Make Extra Money, day number 2. Okay, we've all seen the YouTube videos and all the apps trying to tell people how to increase their income using their cell phone and stuff like that. I have a personal goal that I wanted to bring in an extra $600 to $1,000 a month. Over the next 3 months, I want to build up to that. So I had downloaded the Uber Eats app months and months ago, never had the courage to do it. And yesterday I decided, it took me all day to build up my guts. I didn't go out until after 6, almost 7, and work 2 hours. Okay. You know, people always show you the glossy side, the glamorous side, and there's a fine line between glossy and glamorous and ratchet, but I do just want to be 100% real. Your girl was tired, okay? Tired. So I made 6 trips and I made $24 for 2 hours of those 6 trips. Now, at first I was like, oh my God, $24, but $24 for 2 hours at a part-time job is not as bad as what it could be. And it is making me rethink. This is a positive side on it. The con of it was when I saw that $24, I was like, The positive thing about it, it does make me rethink how I spend money. Because I spent $100 yesterday, I don't even know, on anything important. But if that was only for 2 hours, just imagine if I did just work and make an extra $100 per week. That's $400 a month, and that is kind of car note money for some people. You know what I mean? It could go towards mine, so I won't beat myself up about that because I am going to go back out today. But I think the craziest thing is yesterday when I talked about energy, and I'm not just talking about, no, I'm talking about the energy that you need to do things. The first time I got up and down out of my car, I was okay. I was like, ooh, I'm going to go in here and get this and then go. I was more nervous about reaching the people. The second time, I was like, oh my goodness. I got to get out of the car, run into the restaurant, come back in the car, drive, and then do it all over again in a short amount of time. Oh my God. I would say it is so important in my Over 30 Chronicles information to keep your energy up because it takes energy to do things. It's like running 6 errands in 2 hours. I guess when you're young, I don't know. Is it just me? Does that tire anybody else out when I think about that practically? I got to go to 6 different places and they're not all side by side because you never know where you're going. It'll tell you a 2-minute meal, a 3-minute meal, 6-minute, 8-minute meal. Whew. 2-minute meals are normally fast food, girl. I did not know that. That was the worst one I took was the McDonald's. I had no idea. They made me wait while I was in there. And you already know the kind of people that may be eating inside of a McDonald's sometimes are kind of sketchy. But, something good did come out of that. And that's another thing, another pro I can say about this is putting myself in a different situation. It's kind of opening up my mind. The reason why I'm doing it is because I don't know what other kind of side hustle would I want to do. Would I want to bake cakes? Would I want to do hair? Would I want to do makeup? What other kind of side hustles would I want to do? So since I have no idea, I decided to just throw myself out there, just put myself out there as something easily accessible. You guys have heard of the whole year of yes. But while I was in there, this man who was kind of, he got up from eating his food and he was like, hey everybody, I just want to say thank you and have a blessed night. And I kind of probably was looking at him this is my smile when I'm uncomfortable. And he was like, nobody says thank you anymore. And that goes back to my third, kind of thing that kind of shocked me was out of those 6 trips, only one person left me a tip. And his was the shortest ride of all. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if people have this mentality, oh, you're going to make enough. You're really only making about $3 to $5 per trip. So just keep that into perspective. The pro thing about it is that I'm really close to my house, so I am safe for all of you worry warts out there. I'm only 10 to 15 minutes in the vicinity of my neighborhood, and I live in a pretty good neighborhood. But that was kind of shocking to me, wow. One lady was like, oh, don't work too hard. But she didn't even leave the tip. The person who had the shortest ride left a tip. Oh, girl. And the last thing was all of the food smells in my car. It was burgers, Vietnamese, Chinese, Mediterranean, Quiznos. And that was just, I was like, oh my God. It made me not even want to eat because it was way too many food smells this. And that's why I think it is good to go out and just do new, safe things to like challenge yourself, like, because I had no idea like what to expect. I was more nervous about bringing people like cold food and like getting to their house, and maybe that's why I didn't get like enough tips. Maybe, but I was trying to be like very friendly, like, oh, thank you so much, or you have a good afternoon, you enjoy the rest of your weekend, you know, that kind of thing. I did have to call everybody and ask them where they were located. You don't even recognize how hard it is to navigate, especially to places you don't know, like apartment complexes or homes. Most places are apartment complexes. You had some bougie people, like, not that bougie, which was kind of strange to me, that like most of these apartments are just like, you know, middle class. Like I'm not judging anybody, but but it's just kind of like weird. Like, I'm like, wow, like, because it kind of made me feel some kind of way that I was out there doing it. But I was like, wow, these people ain't even, I'm out here hustling and they're not. Like, one man was like, wow, that's a really nice car. I mean, a really nice car. And that's what made me want to even try it, because one time I had ordered Uber Eats with my friend, and a boy showed up in a new white BMW, girl. He had his cologne on, and he was hanging from the side. His car was clean. I was like, I wouldn't even know that's what he's out here doing, just going to pick up different things. So it's just interesting to see people in a different way. But energy, if you think you're going to hustle or you want to hustle, it will challenge your energy level. Like, I've always admired hustlers because they always do have like more energy. But I was like, man, even if I do want to do like a side business, like I'm thinking about like all kind of things, like a florist shop. I think that would be so good for me, like next to like a funeral home or like a church like that does weddings, you know what I mean? Like that would be like my target market, would be funerals and weddings. Funerals is like built-in business. I'm just kind of afraid to do it because I'm always afraid. I'm always the devil's advocate. I always think of the cons. You got to keep your flowers fresh, you know what I mean? And you have to have a good supply, and you don't want to like overbuy. And how much does that really cost? And that type of thing. I just would love to see, and that's kind of like why I decided to like break outside of my mold and do this, to see people in a happier light than what I currently see them in. Like, just to see, like, not that funerals are, but to see people in a more human way and not just like dollars and cents. So, whew, Lord. But I am going out again today. I'm going to try to make a certain amount of time and money into it. I mean, I only did it like one day for 2 hours, so like that's like what I got from it. So trying to do it a second day, I'm like, why not? Like, if I don't do it, what am I going to do? Sit here, drink wine, work out, take a walk, you know, why not just do something different and put my mind in a different place? It feels good to be productive in a different kind of way. Like, this is my first time trying to make extra money in almost 4 years. So I've been doing the same job for 4